left a trail of damage behind, while conditions ahead don't show any sign of improvement. That and more coming up. Newswatch Ole Miss starts now. Good evening, and thank you for tuning in to Newswatch Ole Miss. I'm Leah Blevins. The latest round of severe weather hit close to home as a storm caused significant damage to the schools and some houses in Vardaman, Mississippi. Newswatch reporter Justin Class was there yesterday to find out the extent of the damage.
I'm here at Vardaman Elementary, Junior High, and High School, where they're still just beginning to recover from a circulating storm that blew through here earlier this week. Shortly after midnight, a possible tornado was reported and a tornado warning was issued for Calhoun County. All three of Vardaman's public schools sit on the same property, and that exact spot is where the storm hit hardest. You can see the extent of some of the damage here behind me. Things like fallen trees, broken glass, and metal and bricks scattered across the property, as well as significant flooding in the area.
We actually had to do, I will say, 8 or 9 water rescues this morning using boat crews, and we actually called in the Department of Wildlife, Fisheries and Parks to assist us with that.
Officials say it is too early to know just how much the damages to the buildings will cost, or how long the students will be kept out of their schools. For residents, it's still hard to believe.
I drive by the school every day when I come to work, and just seeing it in such a chaotic state, it's crazy.
Many other residents see themselves as lucky. Vardaman resident Ashley Jordan woke up Tuesday night when a tree nearly fell on her house.
Luckily, we were fine. I think there was a car wreck out there, and I went and made sure they were okay.
At Jordan's house, the storm was violent, but it was over almost as quickly as it began.
The house shook, but I mean, that was pretty much it. It was over with in about 5 minutes.
Now she and her family are left to clean up the wreckage.
They started probably about 8 o'clock this morning, and we are just trying to get the driveway clear, and there's no telling how long it's going to take altogether.
Anyone in Calhoun County with unreported damages should report them to the County Emergency Medical Director's office. Justin Class, Newswatch, Ole Miss.
As we learn more about the damage these storms have caused across the area. And tonight's weather isn't showing much improvement. Weather reporter Megan Dillard has more on why you may need an extra blanket tonight. Megan?
That's right, Leah. Tonight we are under a freeze warning. You can expect the temperature to be down to 29 degrees. Clear skies with this freeze warning as well. You're going to need to let your faucets drip and make sure you take precautions and prepare. Bring your plants inside, insulate your taps outside, and grab an extra blanket because tonight will be chilly. I'll let you know more about the conditions this week later in the newscast. Leah, back to you.
On Tuesday, 3 different wards in Oxford will hold primary elections for aldermen. The winner of Ward 1's election will be the alderman for the next 4 years. Winning candidates in Wards 3 and 5, however, will go on to face a Republican in the general election this June. These Republican candidates include McQueen McCampbell for Ward 3 and Barney Chadwick in Ward 5. If there is no clear winner after the primary elections this Tuesday, a runoff primary election will take place on April 27th. $2 million in state bond funding has been secured to go towards the West Oxford Loop Extension Project. The project to help improve interconnectivity in the Lafayette County area has been underway since August of 2019. The first phase connected Anderson Road to College Hill Road, and this final phase will connect College Hill Road to Industrial Park Road. Construction for Phase 2 is scheduled to begin in 2022 and be completed in 2023. One student in the Oxford School District saw a need to raise money to cover unpaid lunch debts within the schools. After raising over $8,000 to cover all Oxford High School junior and senior debt, she saw the need to continue raising these funds to make sure debt isn't the reason for seniors not being able to graduate. OHS junior Avery Langley founded the organization and wanted to make sure each student could graduate without having to pay their school lunch debt.
my main goal at the end of the day was to get all these students' lunch debts gone, but to also prevent this from happening in the future.
Theater and film at UM's final production of the season, Urinetown the Musical, opens next weekend. After months of rehearsal, performance, and filming, all while following elaborate safety protocols, the show is set to stream on demand from Friday, April 9th at 8 a.m. through Sunday, April 11th at 11:45 p.m. Tickets to stream the production are $10 per device and can be purchased online. The link for tickets is available on the Theater and Film at UM Facebook page. Spring seems to be gone and cold weather is back. We have what to expect from the weather after we return.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Each year, hurricanes and major flooding threaten cities, towns, and rural homes across the Gulf states. So chances are there will be more storms and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Now, having a look at our current temperatures, in South Haven, you can expect the weather to be 52 degrees. Holly Springs, 51 degrees. In Oxford, the current temperature is 54 degrees. And moving over here towards Corinth and Tupelo, we have 51 and 55 degrees. Tonight's forecast is going to be cold and chilly with the freeze warning ahead. It's going to be 29 degrees, clear skies, winds coming in from the northeast at 8 miles per hour and a 2% chance of rain. Tomorrow's forecast, you can expect the temperature to go up to 57 degrees. It's going to be sunny with the wind still coming in from the northeast at 8 miles per hour and a 2% chance of rain. Looking at the weekend ahead, we are going to be going through this freeze warning. The winds are still going to just be light and variable, and it should be mostly sunny and start to warm up. Back to you, Leah.
It is week 2 of Ole Miss spring football practice, and the Landshark defense has a chip on its shoulder. And today is opening day for the 2021 MLB season. Emily Cochran has the latest in sports after the break.
You told me not to talk to strangers. You told me not to cross the street without looking both ways.
You told me not to touch the stove.
You told me not to do drugs.
You told me not to drink and drive.
You gave me so many messages about how to stay safe. Why didn't you keep me safe by properly storing your gun?
I am a nurse,
a firefighter, a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Yeah, Sam, Elmo.
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's going to play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you.
The Ole Miss football team began their second week of spring practice on Tuesday. After a difficult season, A.J. Finley and the Rebel defense are approaching the spring with a chip on their shoulder.
Well, Ole Miss football, they talk about the offense all the time, so that's something that we know that.
Finley is confident on their progress and looks forward to their success on the field come fall. Ole Miss Rifle had a couple of Rebels compete in the ISSF World Cup in New Delhi, India last weekend. Ole Miss alumni Allie Wise brought home 2 silver medals for Team USA, including a second-place finish in her first ever World Cup final. Freshman Leah Horvath competed with a Hungarian national team in 5 events on the world stage. Horvath just wrapped up competition at the 2021 NCAA Rifle Championship on March 13th with 2 third-place individual finishes and kept that momentum going last weekend, finishing 21st in the air rifle field of 48 with a mark of 625.1. Firing it from the range over to the diamond, the number 2 ranked Rebels ride their hot streak into Gainesville this weekend to take on number 15, Florida. First pitch is set for 7 o'clock tonight, and we can expect to see Gunnar Hoagland on the bump. Doug Day is back Friday evening for the 5:30 first pitch. And wrapping things up on Saturday will be right-handed pitcher Derek Diamond, first pitch at noon. All games will be streamed on the SEC network, so tune in to see Ole Miss fight to keep their perfect conference record alive against the Gators. Kicking it over to the pitch, the Ole Miss soccer team looks to continue their tournament push as they face off with Arkansas State tomorrow at home. This is the first ever meeting between the 2 programs. Arkansas State has put together one of its best seasons in program history, matching the program record with 11 victories. But Ole Miss is confident with their 26-3 record against members of the Sun Belt and hopes that Friday will be no different as they stand just 3 games away from an undefeated spring season. Start time for the Rebels is set for 6 p.m. at the Ole Miss Soccer Stadium. Taking things to the court, Ole Miss John Halquist Lithen was named SEC Player for the first collegiate honor of his career. Lithen claimed an individual victory in his first Magnolia State rivalry match where he took down the Bulldogs' Alberto Callis in 3 sets after splitting the first 2. Lithen came out on top after a super tiebreak, and the victory over Callis extended the Rebel lead to 5-1. With the win over Mississippi State, Ole Miss tied number 6, Texas A&M, leading the SEC West standings at 5-3 in SEC competition. The Rebels head into the weekend on a 3-match win streak, set to play at Auburn on Friday and host Alabama for Senior Day on Sunday. And I don't know about y'all, but I think opening day should be a national holiday. Baseball is back, and it feels so good. Growing up, my favorite part about springtime was catching a game on TV with my grandfather. We're back to a full 162-game schedule with all 30 teams in action. Music to my ears. I'm going to go ahead and call it now. I see the Cubs winning the World Series. I know, it's way too early and no one agrees with me, but I hope to see left-handed pitcher Justin Steele out of Lucedale, Mississippi make his first start in the majors. That's all I've got for sports. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at @rebel_watch for all your latest sports updates. Leah, back to you.
Thank you, Emily. The winning pieces of the Oxford Film Festival have been announced. That after the break.
I just found out my work party is a +1. You want to go? This is my boss, Ella.
Nice to meet you, Greg.
You're welcome. Nope, I'm high. But I'll clean the kitchen while you're gone.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
Pool party at Jesse's. Can you drive? I'm toasted.
Nope, I'm high. But I can order us a ride.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
We are Ole Miss Rebels. As Mississippi's flagship university, we dig deeper, see farther, work harder. We pioneered human organ transplants. We helped prove Einstein's theory of gravitational waves. We are distinguished as a Carnegie R1 top 2.5% research institution. We are Ole Miss, transforming lives and the world.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
I am what hunger looks like in America. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger.
The Oxford Film Festival awarded its best pieces of work with a new tradition of what they call Ronzos after late Ron Shapiro honoring his support for the festival. The best Mississippi feature was The Bastards Crossing, starring Ward Embling, Damon Burks, and Creek Wilson, and many more were awarded. All winning pieces will be shown during the Off Virtual Festival. Viewers can watch pieces throughout the month of April. More information can be found at oxfilm.com. Well, I am really looking forward to this long weekend, but I am not looking forward to the cold weather you were talking about. When do you think that'll pass?
It should pass by Saturday, warming up on Sunday, so we should be able to enjoy some of the weather while we have this long weekend.
Thank goodness. I'm ready to get outside.
Me too.
Enjoy a day in the Grove. Well, that is all we have for today. Thank you for tuning in to Newswatch Ole Miss. You can catch our show live on Facebook, YouTube, and our website. The show is also available on IGTV. Make sure to follow our social media pages for all updates. I'm Leah Blevins. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.